Florida, 1989. The Sunshine State, where every day promises paradise. But for Aileen Wuornos, the woman the world would come to know as the damsel of death, this place became her personal hell. Her story is not just a chronicle of murders. It's a story of pain that, year after year, slowly turned a person into a monster. And it all began with a simple act of mercy. July 6th, 1989, Highway 19, night. A long-haul truck driver named Richard Mallory stopped when he saw a lone figure on the side of the road. A woman, soaking wet with terrified eyes. He offered her a ride, not knowing it would be his last. A few hours later, his body would be found in the woods, and his car would be gone. But this was only the beginning. Over the next 2 years, 6 more men, drivers, merchants, fathers, would encounter the same woman on the highway. They would all die the same way, their bodies dumped in the woods like trash. No one could figure out who was doing this. The police were at a dead end, but she kept hunting. With each murder, she became more cold-blooded, until she met her, a woman who would change her life forever. But to understand why Aileen Wuornos became a monster, we have to go back to her past, to her childhood, where there was no love or care. From birth, she was a victim. At the age of 4, she and her brother were taken from their family and given to their grandparents, who were cruel and emotionally cold. Her grandfather, a pervert and a tyrant, regularly assaulted her. Her grandmother, who should have protected her, turned a blind eye. She forced her to work, and at age 11, threw her out of the house. Aileen was left alone on the streets. She had to resort to prostitution to survive. That's when her hatred for men began, those who saw her only as a body. Her life was filled with violence and betrayal. At 15, she gave birth to a child who was immediately given up for adoption. At 20, she married, but the marriage lasted only 2 months because her husband constantly abused her. She wandered the country, tried to start a new life, but always returned to prostitution. Her hatred grew with each passing day, until she met Tyria Moore. With this woman, she would have her longest and seemingly happiest relationship. The police were at a dead end. The murders continued, but there was little evidence. The killer left no fingerprints. The only lead was a verbal description. All surviving witnesses and those who saw Aileen with her victims described the same woman, but they didn't know her name. The key moment in the investigation was a call from an acquaintance of one of the victims who said he saw him with a woman who looked very much like Tyria Moore, and that they were with Aileen Wuornos. This was the first time the police heard her name. The police found Tyria. They knew she was the weak link. Tyria was not involved in the murders, but she knew Aileen was hiding something. When investigators showed her photos of the victims, Tyria couldn't hold back her tears. She realized that all these gifts, the money, the new life, it was all bought at the cost of other people's lives. She said it was self-defense. She said they wanted to rape her. The police offered her a deal. If she helped them, she wouldn't be prosecuted. Tyria agreed. She called Aileen and asked to meet. The police listened to every one of their conversations. Tyria, with a trembling voice, begged Aileen to tell the truth. "What do you want here? That I killed them? Yes, I killed them, and I would do it again. They deserved it." Aileen was caught. She was arrested on January 16th, 1991, at a bar in Port Orange, Florida. She was unarmed. She didn't resist. During her interrogation, she confessed to all 7 murders, but still claimed it was self-defense. She spoke of her hatred for men, of the cruelty she had faced. But her words no longer mattered. She had been caught. And the world learned who Aileen Wuornos was. Not a monster from legends, but a broken, scarred person who, as she herself believed, was fighting for her life.